Ayurveda and Siddha and naturopathy is growing big time in the West, particularly in Europe. We must understand the difference between allopathy and these other Indian systems. An Ayurvedic doctor or one who wants to practice Ayurveda, traditionally, from childhood, they learn to feel the herbs, they learn to feel the people, the pulse and this and that. This is developing a certain intuition where we don't go by the symptoms that you're showing on your body right now. We don't see your temperature and say, this is what it is. We don't look at those symptoms. We learn to look much deeper into the system to identify what exactly is right and wrong with your system.
Ayurveda needs a certain amount of application and knowledge because there are over 300,000 formulations you have to understand if you have to really prescribe Ayurveda. So, prescribing or practicing Ayurveda is it needs a lifelong involvement. 300,000 formulations, how to give it, to whom to give it, when to give it, it's not a simple thing to understand. It takes a lot. Above all, you need a phenomenal understanding of the body to be able to prescribe this. Siddha is very different in the sense, Siddha is essentially elemental in nature. There are herbs, but essentially it's elemental in nature. It comes more from the yogic science, because the fundamental of yogic science is in bhuta shuddhi or in cleansing of one's elements. This is an evolution from the yogic science, and Siddha Vaidya was essentially formulated by Agastya Muni. And they say Adiyogi himself practiced it and Agastya brought it to the south and only in the south it lived, nowhere else. And it's elemental in nature, which needs less study but more internal mastery for the person who practices it.
This will take a different level of involvement. That involvement is missing right now. We're looking at things, if I do this much, I must get this job or I must get this place in the world. With this, these systems may not function very well. You must have heard this, the same medicine one doctor gives in Ayurveda and Siddha, the same medicine, in one person's hands it works very well, in another person's hands it doesn't work well because the person who gives it is as important as the medicine, because it's not working just by its chemical composition. The entire allopathic system is working out of chemical composition.
Allopathy is purely chemicals, chemical manipulation of the system. When it's an emergency, you must use it. But if it's if it's a chronic ailment which is going to be with you for a long time, and you're going to take some medicine for a long time, definitely popping pills for long periods of time is not a good thing. So Ayurveda is herbal. Herbs are also chemicals, but in natural form. It's way better than taking it in a synthetic form.
Anyway, there is a danger that in the next 25 years, all medical colleges may have to close down because artificial intelligence will make diagnosis by itself and treat you by itself. Surgeries are all happening now, robotic surgeries are happening, still human beings are needed because machines need to be upgraded. So, it is time the young doctors who are coming up now should focus on how you should be able to look beyond the symptoms. This is what Ayurveda and Siddha is significant about. You may know medicine, you might have read all the books in the world, you might have treated many patients, but still, everything seems to be perfect, somebody will die in your hands. Everything looks like he's going to die, he will sit up tomorrow morning. You will see this happening, yes or no? So, there is intelligence beyond you and me, there's an intelligence which makes us happen. If you don't allow that to function within you, if you think everything is in your head, you will become a dumb doctor. You must allow the deeper intelligence within you to function.